April 8th, 2016, Joshua Matthew Palmer was arrested for the murder of Shauna Haynes. According to police, Palmer met Haynes during a night out 3 days before. He got her to come back to his hotel room, and it was there that he beat her and strangled her. Then things got really brutal. Prosecutors say that Palmer stuffed Haynes's corpse into a suitcase and dumped it behind the hotel. He then took Haynes's phone and sent texts to her friends and family in an effort to convince them that she was still alive. He also cleaned up the hotel crime scene in order to avoid suspicion. But Haynes's body was discovered the next day, Wednesday, April the 16th, and a police canvass soon placed Palmer as the suspect. He was arrested but is naturally denying everything. The second case is the grisly murder of Ingrid Lynn, who also died on April 8, 2016. She was a single mother of 3 who worked as a nurse. She met John Robert Charlton online, and they began dating regularly. After a trip to a Seattle Mariners game, Ingrid went missing. Investigators say that Lynn was killed in her own home. Then Charlton cut her head off and dismembered her body in her own bathtub. He then used her car to take her remains to another location, where he dumped them. Lynn's ex-husband, coming to return the children, was the first to realize that something was wrong. He called Lynn's mother, who had a key to the home. They found her phone and called Charlton's number, which was on it. They confronted him about Lynn's whereabouts, and he stopped answering their texts. Seattle police say that the night of April 9th, human body parts were found in a homeowner's recycling bin. Detectives determined them to be Ingrid Lynn's. Using cell phone tower data, police were able to quickly narrow down their suspects to John Robert Charlton. He was arrested at his home and charged with murder. Now, it won't surprise you to know that this is yet another white male with a lengthy criminal history. According to the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, he has priors in 6 different states. As an example, in 2009, he was convicted of felony theft in Montana and second-degree aggravated robbery in Utah in 2006. His own parents filed a restraining order against him, saying he was prone to flying into violent abusive outbursts. But, as I've detailed here extensively, white males are immune from law, so a felony rap means absolutely nothing. The American legal system extends every courtesy to white offenders. In fact, the judge in this case granted Charlton's request that reporters not be allowed to photograph his face and ordered them to not photograph him above the neck. I've never heard of a black defendant who got that kind of white glove treatment. You're probably wondering when someone's going to push the predictable mental health excuse. Well, since no one will do it for Charlton, he decided to do it for himself. He claims to have absolutely no memory of the murder at all. And if the judge's absurd solicitude is any indication, this first-degree murder trial is as good as acquitted. It's a stereotype that white males have a penchant for being serial killers, but the stereotype exists for a reason. Shauna Haynes and Ingrid Palmer have both been made casualties of the war for white privilege. Had either of these men simply been treated as the criminals they were, these women would still be alive today. There's a reason why these animals' crimes get progressively more violent as time passes. They understand that the laws do not apply to them, so why not take advantage? The white media doesn't make the race of the killer and victim an issue because it doesn't suit their agenda. Well, their agenda is making it inevitable that the self-inflicted genocide of white-on-white crime will continue. And until the white community finally owns up to what they are doing to themselves, we will see more innocent people slaughtered with impunity because white lives mean nothing compared to saving face.